out of bed and check our weather. Right, the weather report, Kozu 5, going to be clear and sunny tomorrow. So the umpteenth day in a row of sun for the flower dance.
Myrtle Beach's MPO is moving.
And fortune teller, since that a new viewer has joined us, spirits feel neutral today. The day is in your hands. Okay, so not great luck, not bad luck. Tomorrow we're all getting together for the flower dance between 9 and 2 in Cinder Sap Forest. So we'll go and do our meet and greets, but at the end of the day, I don't think we'll get much accomplished tomorrow.
Grin, grin, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
So we will start our day by doing all of our watering. You have to keep watering those strawberries, even though they are fully grown. If you don't continue to water them, they will not pop up for their second production that we're planning to get from them. After planting them the day after the spring festival where we got them. I'm going to avoid picking those parsnips. I want to try and nab them on at least a day with a little bit of extra luck because we're hoping to get the last few so we can complete that section of the quality crops bundle for the community center so we do not have to go ahead and stress about it in the summer and fall.
I'll watch some TV. It'll help me to relax.
Getting low on water, so let's go down there. Because the melons and pumpkins and corn are more valuable than the parsnips. All right, we're all done with watering for the day. We can stow our can. I'm gonna walk around and do a little bit of chopping of wood and hardwood.
Bushwood, a dump.
We need to start clearing some more space in our farm because we're gonna try and expand our farming area. The other thing I wanna do is we have run out of field snacks, so I wanna get some of the seeds that we are going to need for those. We have some acorns and maple seeds all stored up in our chest up there. But we can grab a few more of those and then work on getting the pine cones, which are the last thing we need for some field snacks, so we can spend the day wandering around and trying to make a little bit of money. Since it's a neutral luck day, I'm not going to bother heading over to the mines. I think what makes more sense to do for today is to wander around and do some foraging and fishing.
Well, what do you mean?
As well as maybe stop by Pierre's General Store. Tuesday is the day that a lot of the town ladies do their exercise aerobic session in Carolyn and Pierre's house. Most of them, if not all of them, like parsnips, so I'll just nab some parsnips and do a little bit of gift giving, killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
And if you think I'm gonna let a couple of dead birds get in our way, you're crazy!
Since we will be wandering around that area anyway, as I do my daily trash can rummaging and all of that nonsense, so we can try and find some stuff for the community center. Okay, trying to make our way over to some of these pine trees. Let's get one of these guys. And let's clear some space over here too. There's really no huge rush in clearing all of the space on your farm. You just want to make sure you have stuff to make field snacks and you're clearing space around where you're going to be farming and then placing some of your things like your coop and your barn, which I usually put in the upper left hand of the screen there over by where the greenhouse is, because going forward it's nice to be able to be pretty close to all of those things, doing them in one fell swoop. Go check your greenhouse, check your animals, all that kind of stuff. All right, so we made our field snacks.
Oh, good for you!
Let's throw all of the wood and stone and other crap like sap we got into the bin. Organize this a little bit.
No! No!
And so we need to give pretty much everyone gifts so far this week. That's okay. It's only Tuesday. But let's grab 3 parsnips, some daffodils. Between those things, we should have some stuff that people like. All right, and let's head down this way just because maybe we'll grab some spring onions or do some fishing while we are down here. It's been a couple days since we checked the spring onions. Those are good to check at least a couple of times a week. They are not worth a ton of money, but they are certainly worth your time walking down there, especially because early in the game it's also a decent place to find some artifacts and things like that.
Let's get the snickle fritz.
Okay, across this little bridge here and straight down, and then this is where all of these spring onions hang out. And we have a good little crop there, so hopefully we will get some decent quality ones that we can sell. I'll hang on to the regular quality ones because those are good gifts for Linus. He appreciates them, and they are basically not worth a ton of money, so it's kind of a nice little thing. A couple pieces of clay.
I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say?
And a dandelion. Dandelion is one of the more worthless spring forageables. I don't think anyone in the entire town likes it as a gift, and it's not worth much money. I don't know that I've ever tried to give it to Linus, but here's Leah. We can hand her a parsnip. I think she will like that. This is a really nice gift, thank you. So that is not her most favorable response to gifts. I can't remember exactly what that is. It's not that, but she does like it, so you get some friendship points. See if Marnie's around. No, she already left for Carolyn's. Can't get into her bedroom, which is not the end of the world because we are not on the hunt for Mayor Lewis's shorts yet. It's eventually where they'll be. Alright, so we will head into town here, kick our trash cans, and see what we get, if anything. Catfish, that's awesome. That is a fish for the community center that we haven't caught yet. It's kind of difficult to catch early on, so we are going to be 3 out of 4 of the river fish, and then the last one is the tiger trout, which we cannot get until the fall or winter. So we've got everything we can get until fall for that.
Well, what's on your mind, little girl?
Stop into Pierre's, give these people some parsnips. Mayor Lewis can suck it. We won't give him one. Give one to Marnie because we want to be her friend so we can retrieve our awesome Mayor shorts. Emily likes the daffodil, I know that. And so does Carolyn. And Robin likes a nice parsnip. So I don't have anything left for Jody. Oh well, it's not important really that we become friends with her, other than she sometimes gives us gifts. Okay, so let's head to the community center and drop off that catfish while we're thinking about it.
You clumsy poop! What'd you do that for?
See what the Junimos are doing, then we'll run away and disappear. Alright, so 3 out of 4, like I said, the last one left is that tiger trout, and we really can't get that until the fall. Alright, so let's stick to our plan of fishing and foraging today. Maybe head down to the beach. There's usually some pretty valuable forageables down there, even on a neutral luck day like today. Hopefully we'll find some corals, maybe a sea urchin or two, then do some fishing so we can earn a little bit of money, even though we're not going to make much, if anything, farming today because I threw our few green beans into the bin. Don't have anything that Elliot likes.
You're one of those little fancy lads, aren't you?
He really likes pretty much any artisanal good once we get to the point where we're making those. And he loves lobsters.
There's lobster in these eggs?
Not that much. You know, they tend to shrink in the water.
And some other fancy stuff. I'm not really sure what else.
Fancy lads, aren't you?
Okay, head back over here. I think I saw a few little things on the beach.
Right near the beach.
Maybe there was a mussel or something. Yes, mussel. Another clam. We already got those for the crab pot bundle in the community center, but ooh, got a nice little something something for Gunther, this ornamental fan. Let's organize our crap here. Put the coral, mussel, clams. We're going to sell those. We're going to save this ornamental fan and donate it to the museum. We're going to save our clay. Get rid of the nice quality spring onions, save the normal quality ones, and get rid of the dandelion, because as I mentioned a little bit earlier, nobody really likes those.
Don't you do it! Don't you! I got nowhere else to go!
Head into Willy and sell what we can just to free up some space. So got rid of some clams, mussels, and corals. Picked up a couple $100 there. And leaves us plenty of time in the day to do some fishing. It's only 4 o'clock. We're in the sort of deep colored orange energy bar down there, but we have our trusty field snacks to get us by. Already hit a fish, which is great. Alright, I'm going to try and get that treasure. Sweet. Let's not lose this fish, though. That's always super frustrating when that happens.
It's really cool because it records much more accurately than... Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
And... Oh. Got him. Just an anchovy. But we did get 4 iron ore, which is nice because I think we have 1 or 2 hanging around in our chests at home. So we can forge one of our iron bars, which we need to craft a couple of the things that we've recently learned how to make. And we're also going to try and upgrade that axe to steel by the time we get into the 1st or 2nd week of summer, so we can go and get our fiddlehead ferns for the community center bundle. Little herring there. He's decent quality. We're going to save those. These guys we can sell. We don't really need the fish. At some point, maybe in the last couple days of summer here, I'm going to start throwing some extra fish into my chests just because it is nice to have around for possible bulletins on the board over at Pierre's. Let's see if we can get that treasure. This seems like a pretty docile little fishy. And sweet. Got him and the treasure. Rusty spur, we've already donated that, so we can throw that in the bin at the end of the day and get, I don't know, I think it's like 10 or 20 gold for it. But it's 10 or 20 gold we wouldn't have had before.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. I need. Gimme.
This guy's just kind of hanging out at the bottom here. Got a sardine. Let's head somewhere else. See if we can find something else maybe for the museum. Let's head up to the mountain lake. Again, Elliot, nothing for that guy. His tastes are super bougie, and we're just carrying around a bunch of fish and basically garbage, so he does not want that.
Sweet, fancy Moses. Fish tank in the community center. If you forgot what you donated, it's good to check. All right, so we got 3 out of the 4 in the river fish. That's what I was concerned about. Like I've mentioned in other videos, I usually keep a checklist next to me as I'm playing the game. When I am playing through with you guys, I don't do that. I go through after the fact and make my checklist then. So I just wanted to remember, what was it that I got? It was that catfish. Okay, some little wormy guys over here. Got them. Just clay, but comes in handy. And let's head over this way and do some fishing over by our little log out in the middle of the lake here.
I went to high school in White Bear Lake. Go Bears. Okay.
Think we still need a chub.
He wasn't circumcised.
For the community center. So those I think are around pretty much any time of day, at least in the spring. So I already got one. Great silver quality, so we can hang on to that. Maybe if we find a regular quality one coming up in the next couple of days here, we can swap that out, get the extra gold by selling the fish. But for now, I will throw it into my chest where I keep my mining and donatable stuff.
You have no idea how bad it gets.
So we're going to sell that. We're going to keep that chub over there to the left. And we're getting pretty low on energy, so I'm going to call it a day since we got what we were looking for as far as a mountain fish. And head back to the old homestead, maybe eat a field snack or two, do some more chopping. To level up hopefully our foraging, and just so we can maybe get some more stuff to make field snacks and collect some wood, rock, and other stuff for crafting in the future.
Crazy.
It's amazing how quickly you start running out of wood when you are very quickly spending 300, 400 of them at a time on barns, coops, and all that stuff. So early on in the game, it's really helpful if you're sort of getting to the end of the day, you don't have any pressing thing to do, or you're not stuck in the mines. Go ahead and do some foraging. Let's throw that stuff in for the iron bar. We are going to save our clay, all of this crap and nonsense. The ornamental fan goes in here, and everything else we can sell. Basically just save all of our material goods, get rid of anything that can make us money at this point.
That was worth $60,000. I need that money. That's all we got.
We're doing pretty good with money so far in the spring. We've already gotten back to what we had before we bought all those strawberries. So I'm hopeful that either a barn or a coop might be in the works.
You what?
Coming up before the end of spring, we'll see. It just sort of depends on our luck as far as how much money we make with both farming and forageables.
That's all the money that we had, Karen.
The barn is what you need to upgrade fastest if you want to get a truffle for one of the I think it's the chef's bundle in the friendship bulletin board in the community center. You need a truffle and you need a pig that is at full maturity before the end of fall in order to do that. Both the barn and the pig can be kind of expensive, so sometimes it's worth your while to start off earlier with the barn than the coop, even though you get a notification in your journal that they want you to build the coop earlier. The chickens don't take as long to grow up.
It's 5 years later, and I still think I'm a chicken.
Or to friend, so you will get plenty of eggs, including the large eggs you need for the community center, even if you build that a little bit after the barn. But we're not there yet. We still need more wood. We still need more money.
I need that money. That's all we got.
And at this point, we're just going to chop away until we get to the end of the day.
I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may.
Collect all of our stuff. Let's eat another field snack because we're getting close to passing out and it's only 9:20. Now that we have our copper axe, we can get rid of these big stumps. They give us 2 hardwood, which is great.
You have no idea how bad it gets.
Because those are going to be valuable for certain upgrades, including your kitchen upgrade of your home, as well as building a stable for your horse. That's going to be a highly valuable resource. That's going to be another one of our early big purchases, assuming we can afford it. It will save you a lot of time and energy as you go forward throughout the day. So got our copper or our silver bar here, iron bar, whatever it's called.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
And throw this stuff into the chest, including the acorns, the maple, blah, blah, blah. This pine syrup goes into our donatable. So we got, let's see, including the catfish, which we already threw in the community center, we got 3 things today that we are going to send over to the community center. We got that ornamental fan for the museum for Mr. Gunther, which is going to get us closer to getting that rusty old key for the sewer pipe. And let's see what else we accomplished for the day. All right, so we leveled up our fishing, more rod proficiency. We can make a recycling machine. I believe that requires iron bars in order to make, so it might take a minute or 2 for us to get those together. We'll have to get a little deeper into the mines, but we made $230. Not a huge haul for the day, but we made that amount of money plus a couple $100 from what we sold from Willie. So we did pretty good financially, as well as made a really good progress toward the community center and the museum. And overall, it was a productive day in Stardew Valley. So thank you for watching Alice in Walk Through Land. Hopefully you learned something and had some fun watching. Everyone have a great day.